All right, I'm gonna
That's
start
good.
recording now in case we get really, incredibly deep.
Oh, to
Wait,
catch anything?
It's been recording the whole time. You, that means me sitting here waiting for you like this.
Oh, good. I'm gonna have a whole mountain of footage like last time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back,
to Brocast.
Brocast.
Today, if you can't tell by the hint, where I've slicked my hair back in honor of the guy we're talking about today, the ultimate in hair slick technology, Al freaking Pacino.
Pacino.
You simply cannot get any better than Al Pacino. So we decided we're going to talk specific actor today, and who better than Al?
The life of Al Pacino. Not the life, the cinematic life of Al Pacino.
He lives somewhere on that border of someone who's a really good actor, can play any part, and someone who just plays himself in every part. Sort of like Christopher Walken is just Christopher Walken all the time.
A lot of times. Yeah.
Right. So Al's sort of in that border stage, but we're going to talk about a few of his films, the benefits of having Pacino in a film, and then maybe some things we don't like about him. I don't know.
His 40-year film career, yeah.
Yeah, it goes way back.
50 features, and there's like 5 TV shows. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Way more than 40. Because Godfather was released the same year I was born, and I'm 46.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
Came out in 1974.
No, his first movie was 1969. Yeah.
Oh, 50 years, my friend. 50
Sorry,
years.
bad math. Yeah, that's why I sell wine, folks. Yeah.
All right, Al Pacino. So let's start with the obvious stuff first, and then we'll get to the things we actually have to use our brain cells on. Al Pacino's best movie.
No, you go first.
So I'm going to have to break this down in best movie and his best acting role.
Yeah, because there's best acting role, there's overall best movie, and then there's like personal favorites.
So best movie is easy. Godfather.
Godfather 2.
I think he did a better acting job in 2, but
Godfather 1 is the quality.
A better movie. And it's close because I love Godfather 2. And then there are, so we all know, folks, there are only 2 Godfather movies. Godfather 3 that's an abomination. That's like saying Twins is not an Arnie movie. It's not. Godfather 3 is not a real Godfather movie.
Twins is an Arnie movie.
I'll give you Kindergarten Cop, but not Twins.
Express. Oh no.
Not the one where he's pregnant.
As an actor.
Godfather 1 is, I think, top 5 greatest movies of all time in any.
Godfather 1 is a better film, but in regards to Al Pacino mythology, Godfather 2 is where it's at for prime Pacino. My opinion.
Why do you say that?
I've just always regarded that as a more, like, I haven't seen any. I've watched Godfather way more, so I'm biased towards that one, although I do think it's an overall better movie. I've seen 3 once because, like you said, it's an abortion. Nothing. I love Godfather 2. I haven't watched that one in a few years, but it's way more centered around him. His evolution up the scale. It's more in-depth character study of him. Well, I mean, really, the whole trilogy is Michael. But
well, actually, Godfather 2 is a lot of De Niro, of his dad.
Yeah, you're right. Either way,
it's A and A1. I mean, they're both incredible movies. I'm going to go with Godfather for the best movie. For the best acting job for Al Pacino, I'm going to go Scent of a Woman.
Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Scent of a Woman's great. I don't know, though, because I've seen, like you said, he plays Pacino a lot. I mean, you think of his freakouts and like, I don't know, Serpico. I just watched Serpico recently. I love that.
That's a good movie.
Even his over the top. Well, no. Okay. Not so much Scarface. Carlito's Way. He's great in there.
Hey, could be.
I don't know. Maybe it's a misfucking understanding here. I don't know, man. Maybe you don't remember me. My name is Benny.
Maybe I don't give a shit. Maybe I don't remember the last time I blew my nose either. Who the fuck are you? I should remember you.
I love that movie. But Son of a Woman is a different realm of Pacino.
It's fantastic, Pacino. He
it's fantastic, Pacino.
He gets to overdo his own personality, but still fit into a role that's not him.
What are you, dying of some wasting disease?
No, I'm right here.
I know exactly where your body is. What I'm looking for is some indication of a brain. Too much football without a helmet? Ha! Lyndon's line on Jerry Ford. Deputy debriefer, Paris, peace talk, 68. Snag the silver.
Right? A blind vet.
Yeah, and he rocked it. He's believable.
Amazing. I can watch that every day. I love that movie.
A lot of the stuff he does in there too was off script, and it's the reason the movie's even on point.
I did not know that. Tell me more.
Hoo-ah! That was him. That wasn't in the.
That was not in the.
No, that was just him. Like they gave him. They're like, here's a very broad description of a character. Now jump into it. And
so my favorite line, and I want to use this at a bar one day. It's very obscure, and hopefully you can find a clip and put it in this video and paste it over this.
I'll find it.
What do you have, sir? Give me a Schlitz. No Schlitz, Blatz. No Blatz. Improvise. It's funny to me, growing up in my age in the early 70s or the late 70s and early 80s, when those beers were around, and they were like the quintessential, like, cheesy Italian guy drinking cheap beer.
Schlitz. There's just one Schlitz. Yeah, nothing else comes near when you're out of.
Yeah.
I remember those beers when I was a kid. And so when that brought that up in the movie, I was like, oh my God.
It took you back?
He's just embracing the ultimate cheesy old man.
That movie's great though too, because it's like comedy drama kinda. It's like coming of age sprinkled in there with the kid. And then it actually turns into like a serious, like psychological,
Oh, it gets deep and dark.
He covers the whole spectrum in that movie.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the roller coaster goes up, it goes down, and you get the nice little speech at the end, and it's back to happy. Yeah.
Names of three guys, and F you too.
And Harry, Jimmy, Trent, wherever you are out there, fuck you too.
It's
being a teacher, I can imagine that in the auditorium. Everyone would be like, "Woo-hoo-hoo."
What? Yeah.
All right, what are yours?
Hard to say though, because the guy's played everything. He's been the fucking devil. He played Jack Kevorkian. Did you ever see that?
No, I did not.
You don't know Jack? He plays Kevorkian. He played Phil Spector.
Well, look what he did in Hunters. I wouldn't even have known that was him had I not known ahead
Hunters. Al Pacino. No
the
spoilers.
Jewish guy.
Go off the synopsis. He's an old Jewish guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I never would have known. I mean, he did a great job with that, as old as he is.
Mm-hmm. An Irishman. He was Hoffa, an Irishman.
That's true.
Did you catch that?
Oh, I did. It is
all 17 hours. It was great.
No, I didn't. Oh, I still got to fetch right. I still like 45 minutes left.
You know what you did? You take Johnny O'Rourke's kid and you put him on as general organizer, pay him 36 fucking grand at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta take like shifts on that movie.
My greatest achievement in being a married guy with a toddler running around my house is that I actually watched that movie in one sitting.
The Irishman.
In one sitting, yeah. And then the next day, it was like my reality bubble exploded, and I tried to watch it again, and it was like 15 minutes. Pause. Amanda screaming. Pause. Bathroom. Pause. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, what are your favorite Pacinos?
Okay, Panic in Needle Park. You see that one?
Never even heard of it.
That was his first actual full-length feature movie.
That was the one in 69?
It was, no, 69 was his first acting role, but he was a side character. Panic in Needle Park was his first full-length feature, and he plays a junkie in New York who falls in love with the girl. He gets her into heroin, and it's like them surviving together. But it's great. Once again, he rocked the role of just a desperate junkie, and you feel for him. He puts his touch on everything. I love that. Obviously, Scarface. Scarface is,
Okay. Do you want to play rough? Okay. Uno. Say hello to my little friend.
Brian De Palma is in my top 3 directors of all time. So Scarface and Carlito's Way. I loved him in both those movies. Scarface is iconic. He is iconic in that movie. He made that character. And you probably never seen Cruising.
No.
Interesting kind of horror movie he did. William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist, did it. It's a slasher movie, and Al Pacino's a detective investigating the string of gay guys getting murdered, and he goes like deep undercover. I know, and
he goes what?
Deep undercover. Balls deep undercover.
Oh Lord! And we are 12. Go, continue.
He goes undercover, takes on a new identity, and he basically like surfs like New York's underground gay scene, looking for this killer. And then it starts bringing up all this like weird psychosis in him, and he starts questioning his sexuality. And the movie's like his descent into madness, and like him flashing back to him growing up, and then him trying to catch this murder. And it was marketed like a real cheesy slasher, but it was actually like a really great character study, and it had one of my favorite like movie endings of all time.
How old is it?
70s. I think it was 76.
Okay.
But and it's funny because William Friedkin wanted Richard Gere for that role, and Pacino saw the script, and he was like, I've never been in touch with the gay world. I want to do it, like literally. And then they put him in the movie, and he said literally the whole time they were shooting the movie and all these gay bars and shit, he was like terrified. Like he had no idea what he was doing. And you watch the movie, and his character is a cop who's undercover, who's never been in that world. So the whole movie, he's literally just himself. He's like scared shitless in all these gay bars, like not knowing what to do, like really uncomfortable. And people are like, "Oh, that was really good method acting." He's like, "No, I was scared shitless. I was so uncomfortable."
That was just me.
Yeah, but God, that I don't know. He's done so many different things. Because then you think
so
like,
let's talk about.
Wait, you don't like Scarface?
Well, yeah, I was about to say let's talk about things we didn't care for that maybe overrated. I'm going to put Scarface number 1 on the overrated list.
Why?
I think
okay, do you think it's bad, or do you just think it's overrated?
It's not bad. It's just an average movie. It's gotten so much hype and gotten so blown up in the American psyche with Pacino sitting there with the machine gun and the coke and the say hello to my little friend and all that stuff. And people have like,
when I was in 7th grade,
people talk about it. I've never even seen the movie. People talk about it and think like he's an Italian mobster in that movie. Like he's Cuban in that movie.
He's a Cuban refugee who becomes a drug kingpin.
They mix it in with the whole Godfather mystique, and they're like, it drives me nuts. His acting job in that movie is good, but I didn't think the writing was all that great, and the plot wasn't all that great.
He's over the top in that movie. I don't think his acting's necessarily because he's crazy. He's just over the top. He plays this like cheesy.
He's on 10 the whole time. Always on 10.
Rowdy character. Like that movie is not grounded in reality at all. I feel like it's something you'd read in like a pulp magazine. Like, but it's still an iconic movie and character, and it broke ground. And Brian De Palma is one of my favorite directors. That movie's all style and no substance. The way it's shot, the way it's scripted, like that's what I look at.
That's why I think it's overrated. There's no substance. There's no character development. There's no depth. There's nothing.
And at that time,
it's the opposite of Godfather. Like Godfather is slow.
Godfather is beautiful, slow burn with
there's so much character development and tiny little things you're missing. There's nothing like that in Scarface.
Scarface also, though, at its time, how many movies at that time had such a main character everybody attached to, built up this whole empire, and then ate shit at the end and died? That didn't happen then. You know what I mean?
No,
now that's a dime a dozen. Morbid endings.
Doesn't necessarily interest me, but no, it didn't happen. So what do you think is an overrated Pacino movie?
A real shitty one. You see Jack and Jill? That's the
Never heard
only,
of that.
honestly, Dunkachino.
Wow!
Al Pacino!
It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk.
Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Dunkachino!
It's a whole new game.
Dunkachino!
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend. Attica, hoo-ah, lottie light. This whole trial is out of sight. They pull me back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl. I know it was you.
The thing I sent you earlier, Dunkachino?
I hit delete like halfway through it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Is that from a movie?
That was a scene from the movie. It's
in a movie?
It's an Adam Sandler movie called Jack and Jill, where Adam Sandler plays a twin brother and sister. He plays both characters, Eddie Murphy style.
Okay.
And Al Pacino plays himself in the movie. And Al Pacino falls in love with Adam Sandler's girl character. And he's like a big shot millionaire ad executive for like Dunkin' Donuts. Al Pacino is, but he's Al Pacino in the movie. Worst job ever. He wears all these cheesy disguises. He tries to do the Adam Sandler humor.
That's horrible. I'm make sure I never see that again. All right.
A movie a lot of people didn't like that I did. Frankie and Johnny. That was a good one.
Never heard
I
of
liked it. It was a chick flick.
A list later.
It was a chick flick in the '90s with P. Fife. Yeah.
What'd you think of Heat?
I think Heat's overrated.
I agree. There's
I don't think Scarface is.
that are really good, but it's like 3 hours long. Cut a good hour out of it, and it's a better movie.
Heat is one of those movies where it's great when you show people YouTube snippets of it, but not the whole. You know what I mean? You reference
bank
scenes.
robbery on. It's good.
You reference scenes from it. Yeah. But Heat is another one. Devil's Advocate got boring for me.
Yeah.
That's another one people are
concept,
like, oh,
it
Al
should have been
Pacino.
good. Yeah, it should have been good, but
It's on the list of Al Pacino great freak out moments, and he played the devil. Come on.
Yeah.
He's cool.
you shouldn't be able to ruin Al playing the devil, but somehow, yeah.
We talked about Christopher Nolan doing Batman. Did you see Insomnia with Robin Williams?
I did. I saw that back when I had very different tastes. It's been a long time. I might have to go watch that again because when I saw
that
it,
warrants a rewatch.
Say again?
That warrants a rewatch.
Okay.
I'd say
it
so.
It blew me away that Robin Williams was a villain. Like, it just like,
That's the second movie he was a villain in.
what else is he a villain in?
24-Hour Photo.
Oh, I never saw that. That's true. I remember that, but I never saw it.
He was a creepy old photo guy at a drugstore who stalked families. Yeah.
I may have to try Insomnia again, but that was a slow burner, and I remember like I didn't remember it didn't grab my attention, but that was like what in college. So
But
I needed heavy machine guns in college to draw my attention.
it took commando style, yeah.
So let's end it with if you had to tell people to watch one, if they've never seen an Al Pacino movie before, what do they need to go watch?
The man has too much of a spectrum, man.
Pick
Some
one.
of the stuff I said is more like in depth. You got to be like a film junkie or really love Al Pacino. Like I loved him in the Kevorkian flick, but
Someone
I'm
who's
not
never
gonna-
seen him before, what do they go watch? To really get to understand quintessential Pacino. I'm going to say Scent of a Woman is the one to go watch.
if you want surface level great Al Pacino-ness, it's got to be the popcorn flicks. It's got to be Scent of a Woman or Scarface. That's both sides of the spectrum for me.
You couldn't pick one, could you?
No, you can't.
Josh.
No, you literally can't. You got to say like, you
I know. The guy's got a 50-year career.
You want full-fledged Pacino or Pacino light? Yeah, like.
All right. So, beverages. Tell us a little something about a beverage you've been enjoying, Josh.
Oh my God.
Please hold.
19 Crimes. 19 Crimes. You ever drink 19 Crimes?
I have many times.
I've said it 3 times now. 19
So
Crimes.
now we're up to 57 crimes.
Yeah. I have cheap
Hold
cab.
Hold it up again. Which one is it? They make a bunch.
It's the cab.
Yeah.
They're up to, they have a pretty good buttery Chardonnay now. That's like, it's called Hard Chard. It's like 15% alcohol.
Oh, wow.
That's another one I've enjoyed. Also, 19 Crimes. Before I jump into that, I don't have the app anymore. There is a Living Wines app. Have you seen that?
Living Wines app?
Yes. So Treasury Wines, who the distributor or the supplier for the stuff, they made it. Each bottle of 19 Crimes has a different face on it of a prisoner. The premise of 19 Crimes is how they used to, like Australia or whatever, they used to send them to a work island.
Yeah.
So you get the Living Wines app, you hold it up to every bottle with your phone, and on your camera lens, the prisoner comes to life and tells you his story and why he got locked up and sent away. It's
That's
a pretty cool little marketing touch because they branched out into other things. They made Walking Dead wine, and you do the app, and the zombies jump out and try and kill your phone. Snoop Dogg just got in touch with this brand. Now
I saw the Snoop Dogg. They actually carry his at the Italian market by our house.
Yep, I finally just got my hands at work on it to blow everyone out with it.
I believe my wife's quote was, "What the hell is Snoop doing on a bottle of wine?"
It's Cali Red.
To make it cost $10 more, that's what he's doing on a bottle of wine.
Yes, basically. When I explain this stuff to my customers, they're like, what makes this different than the other ones? I'm like, it's Sweet Red they haven't carried before, and it's got Snoop's face on it. Now you're going to take 50 cases. Yeah.
You're gonna
basically, but this is a solid cab. My list of $12 and under, depending on where you're buying it from, this is generally one of my few.
About a 10 or 12, 10 to 12 bucks.
You go to like Meijer or Kroger around here,
Mhm.
you're gonna pay like $10.99 tops. You go to a party store, it's gonna be like 12 or 13 bucks. But
Okay.
either way, when I need a solid cab that I don't want to break the bank on,
All right, ladies and
I go to
gentlemen,
them.
19 Crimes cab. That gets
and to make drinking interactive with my toddler, I put the app on and let her point it at the bottle.
that gets the Josh Godleski thumbs up approval.
Yes, the whole line of wine is actually pretty good for the price. Them and their 52 varietals and their rapper endorsements, and yeah, I cannot complain.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm hoping that when you edit this, you're going to put all kinds of good Pacino stuff in here. Take
I'm
your
gonna
time.
try. I'm thinking of adding a montage at the end of it because we kind of ran short on this one.
Yeah, I know. My
Where we
battery's
at?
down to 20 something now, so
Oh, you poor guy.
all good. We can do short snippets. It's easier to film that way. I'm thinking
know,
some
I've-
Godfather music in the background wouldn't hurt either. In fact, kick it. Nice.
I'm revamping the intro for this one. I'm making it Pacino centric.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dino. He's Josh. We're Brocast. Keep it real.
Signing off. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, please share, and let's get this up to 60 fans.
That's right. Oh.
I just text you.